Hello and welcome everybody watching this either live or from a recording. Welcome to the OpenSuspect Coding stream. So as you can see, if you check out the OpenSuspect thing, okay, I just got an email that the stream started. Very good. So where was I? So if you go to the OpenSuspect GitHub page, actually, you will find that the repositories have been renamed. So this, the OpenSuspect is the one that is active, that we are working on. And as you can see, there are a few, pull requests that are still active. Handle disconnect, I don't know what will happen to this one. There is also a map template. This one, I know exactly what I did this one, and there's these two. So this map template, this is actually the one that's actually would be important to merge, but it did not get any reviews yet. Anyways, on my end, so if you go to nicemicro/opensus, which is my fork of the OpenSuspect project repository, then there is a development branch here, and the development branch has everything merged in that I think it already works, and I forked out from that to the current branch, which is this teams roles branch. So this is for just a FYI, so let's get into what I'm going to work on today. So currently what I did is, maybe now we are in Godot, let me just open this left hand side really big here. So what we have is, I made this resource class called the Teams Roles Template, TRS, which has this very simple template code. So this is this resource. This acts kind of like a class in Godot. So we need to instance this, but because it's a resource, we can instance it through the what is it called, the scenes. And now I will show you how that is done. So that is kind of a very important part, how you can extend Godot with or rather some scenes with some custom behaviors that you don't want to just make unique to certain scenes. So this is kind of custom behavior that can be attached to multiple scenes if you want to do that. So this teams roles template, actually it contains a few things: team names, role names, team colors or team role colors, and team role aliases. And this aliases, this is a very complicated thing that I came up with, but this is what I will change today. So let's not get into that. We have an init function which basically gives some value to the team names and role names. So this default only has one team called the agents, and everyone in the agent is an agent, and their colors for the agent's team agent role is white. It's very simple. It also has a function that will give you the color of a role. So just what is the team, what is the role, and it will return the color associated with that. And then we also have a function that we can assign you can use this function to assign the roles, the teams and roles, to the characters that are in this character list. And so of course this is just a template, so this will just make everyone an agent. And how this works is that we have a map template. So if I go to the game directory maps, here we have this maptemplate.tscn, which, as you can see, it does not contain anything. It contains a node that's called spawn positions, and this will basically contain the spawn points for each map. And in this map template we can this is the important point here, it has a teams roles resource kind of thing here in the script variables, because if we check out the script for this, you can see we have an export variable, which is a teams roles resource, and it's a resource. And the actual maps, which we can see here in the left hand side, we have the chemical lab. This is the first map that we make for this game. So if I open the chem lab, you can see that it inherits from the map template. So it will have this spawn positions thing down here, and I can just add my own custom spawn positions as these node 2Ds, and these will be used as spawn positions for spawning the characters. I just added this polygon 2D, so we have something on the screen, but that does not have any function. And here in the teams roles resource, we have the ChemLab teams roles.trs added, which if I open this, has the script of the ChemLab teams roles.gd. So once I open this script, once I open this script, you can see that here, well, I just added a new variable called random because I need some randomization for the teams assignment and role assignment. I have the init function here, which you can see that the template also has this init function, but we, in the ChemLab teams roles.gd, we extend the teams roles template. So this, while this one extends resource, now we extend the teams roles template, which you can see this is the class name. So we extend it, we inherit, or we can use the same variables and the same functions that it has, but we can also overwrite them. And this is actually very helpful, because by having these basic functions defined, so every kind of other script that is kind of agnostic, so you have a script that you need to work with every map, like every kind of game function should work separately, independent of what map the user is playing on. So we have to know that this script, or rather this resource, will have an init function, it will have a getRoleColor function, and we'll have an assign teams roles function too. So that's why we should have these very simple template functions, and we just overwrite them with the more complex ones. And here you can see that we have the team names and the role names defined here. So we have 3 teams, and the agent team has 2 types of roles, and the other 2 teams is just 1 type of role. So this game is playing during the Cold War in the 50s. So we have our agents who are from the Eastern Bloc, and then we have the CIA infiltrating them, and we also have the Yugoslavs infiltrating them. And there is this very complex team role alias thing here, which let's just not think about that at the moment. And then we have the team role colors here. Some of them will be white, some of them will be yellow, some of them will be aqua, and some of them will be pink. So these are the colors. We also initialized a random number generator here, and I guess that's it. We have this getAliases function, which just gives us this. Why is this here? I think this should be in the template, but we will get rid of this alias thing. Alias? I think it's alias, maybe. Anyways, we will get rid of that. And what else? Yeah, this is the assign teams roles function. What have I done? Yeah, I just closed it. Okay, so we use this to assign teams and roles to the characters, and this will basically, if we are less than 10, then we will only have CIA and agents, and if we have more than 10, then we will have also the Yugoslavs, but I have not I have not prepared that part yet. So what it does is basically, if we have less than 5 people, then we will only have 1 infiltrator, and if we have more than 5 people, we will have 2 infiltrators. And based on like how many kind of people are. We can either have a counterintelligence agent or we don't have one. So it also depends on the number of the players. And so the thing is that in these social deduction games, the deduction comes from that you don't know who is what role, or at least not everyone knows who everyone is, because if everyone knows who the agents are and who the infiltrators are, then there's no point of the game. The point of the game is to figure out what is the role of the people, and that is what I use this alias system for. So this would say that the agents who are agents see the agents who are counterintelligence as agents, and the CIA infiltrators also see the counterintelligence agents as regular agents, and then the Yugoslavs also see the counterintelligence agents as regular agents. So this will basically tell us that the counterintelligence agents are only known to other counterintelligence agents. So no one knows who they are. So they are this is kind of hidden from everyone. And the same thing happens to the CIA infiltrators, who are just seen as regular agents, and the Yugoslavs are seen as regular agents, and they are seen as regular agents by both the regular agents and the enemy infiltrator team. So basically here the CIA agents are only known to be CIA agents by other CIA agents. And so this is what this whole alias thing, I made it, but it's kind of complicated and it's not really easy to follow, and so I had to write this function in the game.gd, which is very clunky because it will just go through this kind of conversion table. Well, first it needs to get the aliases and then convert these aliases, or use these aliases to convert the real roles into the shown roles, and then use the shown roles to change the characters. And it seems complicated. If I did not explain it very well, but once I'm going to show you how it works, it might be a little bit more easy to follow. So let me create a new game here. You can see that we are in the lobby. So lobby, we don't really have roles because it's just the lobby, and we start the game. Well, this is currently how the role announcement works. So it just tells me that I am a CIA infiltrator and now my name is Blue. But I'm alone in the game, so there is I guess not much to show here. But if I go to here and let's open another Godot window, and I run 2 more instances here. And if my computer does not crash in the process, let's join a localhost and this player, and then join here also localhost and YXC. It's a very good name. So you can see that we have everyone around here. We can move around. Everyone has a white names. So if I start the game, you can see I became an infiltrator, everyone else is an agent, but they will all see everyone as agents. So you see everyone as agents. This character here sees everyone with the white color, so they don't know who is what. This person with the yellow is a counterintelligence agent. So, and as a counterintelligence agent, they can see who is the infiltrator and who is the regular agent. And here we have the infiltrator, and the infiltrator cannot tell the difference between these two characters. So that's kind of the point of all this alias thing, but I think it's very clunky, and we should implement a better way of doing this. And instead of having this very difficult to understand and very complex data structure here, instead of that, why don't we just write a function here that does it? And instead of in the game.gd, because what happens here is we have this make visible roles function, and it is just called to figure out what the visible roles should be, and this works by just getting the own team and own role and then translating things. But it's very difficult to follow how this works. The data structure is very difficult, so when you make a new map and maybe you want the roles, you don't want to write all this. This is very long and very difficult to grasp, as I just said. So instead of that, what I want is, I want a new function here. This is going to be, of course, a very simple template function. It will just do nothing actually, but what it will do, this function will be used for, is to get the visible team role for everyone, and what it will return, I guess, what is it's a team's roles, it's a dictionary, so let's return a dictionary with this, and it will receive the real team's roles as a dictionary, and then my team, which is going to be, I guess, string, and my role, which is also a string. And we will return the real team's roles because this is just a template, so here we won't change anything. But here, if we just copy this to the CamLab, here for the CamLab, of course, we will have to have an actual function that will actually do something with it. And what we will do is we will, I guess what we can do is, if someone is a counterintelligent at this current situation, so we can have maybe we should have, what should we have? We should have a switch structure, which is, how is it called in Godot? Switch, not switch, is it case? I will have to cheat. Take a look at how it's done somewhere else. What's the case statement? It's not switch, it's not case. Oh no, we just use if here. That's not nice. It is in the main menu we have. Where is main menu? So in the main menu we have a switch statement somewhere. Match, it is match. What have I done? Okay, match. Oh yeah, now it works. Oh, because I didn't say match, I said switch and case. So I actually missed the actual keyword here. So we just match the variable and then just match my team So it can be either agents, it can be CIA, and it can be Yugoslavs, I guess. Pass. Am I correct here? Agents, CIA, and Yugoslavs. Alright. And if we have a counterintelligence as a role, then what we'll do is if role equals counterintelligence, then return real team's roles. So counterintelligence agents will just role isn't what? Yeah, because it's my role. So now we know that. Well, actually, we should not do this. What we should do is define a new variable, which is a dictionary, and which is the real team's roles dot not clone duplicate. And this is what we will return here. And then if it's not counterintelligence, it's a lot of indentations here. So we might have to refactor it later. But anyways, if you're not a counterintelligence agent, then what you have to do is you will see everyone as another agent. So what we can do is for character invisible team roles, visible teams roles, and the structure of this dictionary is teams roles character well, we can just go through the what is it, values. So I don't need to do all this. I can just say character team equals agents and character role equals agent. So this should make everyone think that they are what? And we actually don't need this. So I can, because if my role is not if my role is agent, then just do all this and we will not change. Okay, so I will just let me just use this one for a moment here. So here, this one, the infiltrators will just see everything as is. So if I change here, so what I need to change it on both the server and on the client. So in this case, the client actually receives the true roles for everyone. This might not be the best idea on the long term, but for now they just receive the real roles, and the client itself does the checks the visible roles, and then on the server it is done for the player but this I guess if it's a dedicated server it won't work, so we will have to make sure about that it will work. So here, the visible roles, let me just comment these lines out and add my new things. So what we can do is we can call the actual map. This actual map variable is basically a reference to the map that has been already loaded up by the game, and in this actual map we have the teams, roles, resource, as you can see here. And then in this teams, roles, resource we will call the getVisibleTeamRole function, and we will add the new roles, and we will have to have my team and my role here too, and this will return for us the visible roles. And I can copy the same here. And now we need to get my team and my role, which is I guess how it's done here. And this is not new roles but real roles. We can do this same thing for the server here, but we also have to make sure that this is not dedicated server. So if connections dot is client server, then we do that. And here we don't have new roles, we just have roles for some reason. Different variable names for no apparent reason, but whatever, I guess. Is this because roles is actually... Yeah, roles is actually a... Okay, so new roles here is because when we call this function from the server and receive the new roles, we have to modify the global variable there. Alright, I get it. So it's actually not no apparent reason, it has the good reason. So now let's just check if everything works without crashing. Come on. Alright. So this seems to be working at the moment. So let's join the game with two more clients here. And the local host here too. Let's join. And now if we start the game, we can see that here we have... Wait. Something's fishy. Okay, so this is actually alright. So I'm focused on here. This is the yellow one. So this is a counterintelligence agent. So they see everyone as their actual color. Here we have a regular, regular agent who sees everyone as regular agents. And here we have the infiltrator who sees everyone in their real roles. which is not what we want, but which is what we coded yet. So up until this point we only... So this works, which is very nice. So if I can just use this resource to just create the aliases directly, and because here there is no weird dictionary, there is no kind of looping through this weird dictionary in some interesting ways. It's just the logic directly. So if you are an agent, then you see everyone as agent, and that's it. It's very simple and straightforward. You can just see the logic directly from here. There is no useless abstraction like what I had in this alias system. So instead of that, if we are a CIA agent, let's what we should be doing is I guess we can, because for CIA we don't have separate roles, which everyone is an infiltrator, so what we can do is we just character in visible teams roles dot values, and if it's a CIA, what we do is that if character team not equals CIA, then character team equals agents, and then role is also an agent. So the CIA sees everyone as agents except for the CIA. What's the problem here? Valley. Yeah, there is a U missing from here. Alright. And the same is going to be for the Yugoslavs, but instead for CIA, here they will see everyone else except for the Yugoslavs as agents. So much more simple than what I originally came up with. So let's test. And just start if everything works. And then go back to lobby, and then let's run 2 instances here. Let me join. Let's join here too. And now if I start the game, I am an invade. Why is always the server the infiltrator? That's the question here. Is the randomization not working properly? Anyways, so here we can see I am an infiltrator. I have blue color on my name, everyone else has white, so that's good. I cannot tell the difference between the 2 types of agents. Here this is a regular agent, so the regular agents cannot tell the difference between regular agents and counterintelligence and CIA infiltrator. And here the counterintelligence person can tell everyone who they actually are. I hope these kind of colors are properly visible for you. Alright, so now that we've done this, I am going to take a little break here to get some water, and then we will move forward to make this role announcement screen actually something that is not just a bunch of black text or black background with some text on it. I want to actually add the characters here properly with their names. And what else? I don't know. But we will figure out after I've taken a short break. Alright, so now that we're back, before we move even a step forward, we need to also remove some parts of the code and then commit our changes. What am I doing? I need to remove this alias thing altogether, and I can remove this very convoluted description of the alias system. And then yeah, just maybe give a short description here, a comment that will tell us that this function shows how someone with a certain team and role sees everyone else. So let's just do that, and if I save this, then I should get an error here that this thing does not exist anymore. So I can just remove this. I can remove also this function. This function is not needed anymore. And maybe I can just give short description here for future reference. Maybe based on player's team, if agent what am I doing? And then if regular agent, see everyone as agent. I guess that's enough as a description. If CIA infiltrator can see other CIA, and then if Yugoslav can see other Yugoslavs. That's I guess sufficient description here, and then here we can now remove the function that we don't use anymore to make visible roles. I think we can remove this, and then we can also remove all of these, and let's try if it actually works. I mean, up until this point it seems to be working. So let me just increase the size of this so everyone can see what's going on. And let's run 2 instances here to play together. Alright, let's have some distinctive looks here. Localhost and then join okay, and if I start the game here and I am a CIA infiltrator, you can see here that role listing is based on the numbers. So here this works. From the viewpoint of the regular agent, everyone else is a regular agent. And from the viewpoint of the counterintelligence agent, we can see everyone's true colors, literally. Alright, let's commit these changes. So let's check the git status. So we changed game.gd, we changed the Teams roles template and the ChemLab itself. So now we can actually check the git diff if we want to see what we changed. So we remove the make visible roles function from the game, and then added the call to the get visible team role on the other resource. So we removed all this crap and then added this more concise thing, which is very good, much better than it was previously. So let's commit. I need to git add first, right? Yeah. And now let's commit these changes. What should it be called? Maybe rationalizing how players see others' roles. And I need to sign the commit. All right. Great. So if I check the git graph here, you can see that this is coming from here, the development branch, and I added the new other things like templates and all of these things, and now we rationalize it. Good. So next thing, which I wish I did not have to do this because I am not really good with this front end thing, but no one wanted to help me out with this part, so I'm going to do it myself. So we have this role assignment, which basically just so this is the important thing, the show team roles. It has the roles dictionary, and then it shows you your own team and role, and then for all the characters it just adds a new line of text containing the other the character's role and things like that. So this is not what we want. What we want is actually to make characters appear on screen, and you know, here, and have them just line up, fill up the space nicely with their names over them. So for that, I guess we need this character sprite. We will have to add, this is like a horizontal thing, so it will fill up the space. No, it's a vertical thing rather. It's a box container. Anyway, so we just add the things to this box container. Maybe I can just remove this as it is, delete this node and everything that's related to it. This is a test anyways. So what we need instead is we need these character sprites to have a variable here. Is it an HBox container? Is it a VBox container? No, it's an HBox container. What? Character sprites, that's what I need. Yep. Alright. So what we need to do is for all the characters in roles, we will need to add instance a character over there, which is how do we do that? I guess we can just copy it from somewhere, like like a good programmer. We just that's the easiest way to make things kind of consistent, is having these things copied from one place to another. Where should my is it what is it? No, it's under the appearance thing, which close it maybe. I guess let's check how we do these things in the closet so we can stay consistent with that. All right. So once it's being loaded, configure item list. And then list items, and then after listing item, populate items. Items.add icon item. What is items? Oh, this is an item list. Okay, so it's an item list, so it will work very differently, I guess. So I should not copy that one. So I guess what I can just do is preload the game characters. So how we do it in the game is very simple. No, not that simple, because here we have a add character function that deals with all of these things. But we don't want to create those types of characters. What we want is a very simple. So maybe I will have to. So I was thinking just to use the same character thing that we have here in character, but we actually, that would be just too much, because we only made name and then skeleton and nothing else. So for the role assignment, I guess we could just copy this character or rather just create a new one. But it doesn't even need to be, so this is like a kinematic body 2D, which we don't really need. We have like an icon character.tscn. How is this one? Well, this has a viewport and a sprite camera. We also have menu character, which has a viewport and is a margin container. Yeah, so we need something like this. What is the character texture? Okay, not something like this. I was wrong. I was wrong about this one. What's up with this one? Huh. Yeah, I don't really know. Icon character. This icon character, this looks like the most appropriate, but why is this a viewport here? I'm not really sure about that. Do we do anything with the viewport itself? I don't see. Anyways, we need something like this, so I'm going to just... What is this? A sprite? Alright, the more I'm looking at it, the more confused I get, so... I guess here in the character I should just create a new scene. And this should be character. It should not be icon character, it's character. Maybe character role or role character. Role screen. And this is just a node 2D, I guess. And let's save it. Great. And now I can just copy. I guess I can just copy from the original character scene from here. So I need name. Let's copy, paste, and then skeleton, copy, paste. Very simply done. Here oh no. The file name is not good. Let's rename this. Character underscore role underscore screen. Yeah, much better. We need this to attach what is it, a script to this, and it should have very similar, like just this apply config. That's the only thing it needs, actually. Well, it's actually just a skeleton. What? And then we also need, I guess from the character we also need to have the character name, or rather this name label at least. And we will have to have the, how is it done with the character here? when we set the name label. Name label at color override, that's a good. Character name and font color, and just use these. Name label dot text equals character name, and then name label equals text, yeah, and then character name and font color, it's a color. All right. Set name. All right, so character role. I think these make sense. And then now we have something to instantiate there. And how do we instantiate something? Well, how do we do that? I need to check from game, because in game we instantiate maps. How do we instantiate maps, for example? This always confuses me. Load map, for example. You can see here, need to use the actual resource loader and dot instance. And then we can add the child. But we can also do something more elegant for the what's it called? More elegant, because we can also preload these things, and I think I did that in a transition handler sometimes, but that has been changed because now we have these scenes. All right. How do we load a scene in this one? Well, just load path and instance. Okay, that works, I guess, so we can do that. I remember that there is a more elegant way of doing that, but I cannot remember for the life of me how that was done. Okay, I think we should close all other tabs for it. There's too many things on the left hand side which just confuse the hell out of me. And so what we need to do, resource loader dot load, and that is okay, maybe the game would not be a problem if it was open. Game.gd. Just for reference, resource loader load path and dot instance. All right. And this is src. Is it like that? transition handler. I need how do I define those? I'm kind of out of the loop. I haven't been coding in Godot for 2 weeks and I already forgot so many things because some of the things here are just not really intuitive for me. So I'm going to cheat by looking at the transition handler, maybe. Is it where? Yeah, res. Okay, so this is how we use the res dot slash slash and not as rc slash slash. And then in that we have game, and in that we have character, and in that we have character underscore role underscore screen dot tscn. And I guess node 2D. Can we just load this somehow into something? I think it should be a resource, right? And then just use this character icon resource dot instance, and then character list dot add child new character icon. Is this how it works? Let's see if this works at all. So I start the game. Yeah, it works because it puts the character on the screen. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. I don't know why. Oh, it puts it there because that's how it looks, because this is the origin. Alright, we need bigger. First of all, need to make this dude bigger. This big? I'm not sure this big, but anyways, name should definitely not be up there. Should definitely be bigger. Theme, OpenSuspect, what is this theme? OpenSuspect UI small. So can we just put in a theme there? Fonts, not fonts, but themes. OpenSuspect UI, just regular. No? Okay, it's much better now. It's bigger. And bigger is better in this case. We need to move this a little more, 50, 60, and the name should be wider, I guess. Maybe even we can add some spacing from the left here. And then somehow like something like this looks better. So now we do that. Yeah, there is our first character. Very good. What if we open just one more instance and join and then yeah, for some reason they both appear at the same point over there. And what else? I wonder why. But I guess I can just try that by maybe closing everything else but this. So if I add not the skeleton but this character role screen, yeah, that's what happens. And if I put in more, they just all appear at the same point. But why? Does it have to be a control instead? Oh, maybe because it's maybe because it's the wrong type. So this should be control node. Now it's like almost or getting closer to be good. I guess it should be something like this. Oh why, oh why? Why though? Alignment center, that's all well and good. The margins, why are the margins so small? Like 58 and 62. I mean, it has the rectangle size flags. Maybe that's something we need to change. Growth direction, anchor, no. None of these make sense. These don't change a thing. Yeah, I guess we need expand for both. I mean, I set it expand, so let's delete these nodes here and now test again. Alright, something's broken. Something's broken now. Yeah, it should be control. That's what was broken. And also, kind of the exit dialog appears behind. Okay. That's an interesting bug. Alright, we'll just find a few bugs here, or other things that I have not done. Okay, so now it appears there. And if I just run and just join and then run, let's run one more, because why not? Now start the game. Why do we have 4 of these appearing here? For the 3 characters we had 4. What? Oh, okay. I forgot to remove them. I see the problem. In character list dot get children, to remove dot how do we destroy? What is the function called to remove a node? Q free. Or just free probably would suffice. Yeah, it seems to be working at the moment. And then can we just we need the name and the font color for this. So how do we get the character names? We get the character names. Connections, list connections, network ID. That's character. And then I need to set the color. So the color we get from set character data. No, we need all these things. All these things are in the maps resource. That's where it's available. And so maybe the character role screen no, maybe the role assignment should actually just receive all this information by itself. Roles dictionary, colors, dictionary, and what else? We don't need the names. The names is very easy to get. And so we can new character icon dot set name character name and colors character. And then what else we need? We need names, colors, and the outfits, though, that we can also get relatively simply, right? So we can in the game what we do, and we want to what calls the set character data. That's what we need to find here. Set character data is called from outside, but how do I deal with this? I need to find so in the autoloads we have the appearance.gd and it has the current outfits, current colors, but that is only for the current player. Everything else is stored in the resources for the players. Is that right? Because when we set the character data, what we do is we use this resource. Okay, so that's actually something we can do. We just get the character resource. And I guess all the information is in the character resource we need. And we can use the apply config function here with character res get outfit and also character res get colors. And I would think that this won't work because well, the function, so the ready function has not yet been called because the characters, this, what is it, the character icon has not actually been added to the scene at the point when we are calling those functions, so it will probably fail. No, it did not fail apparently, but it also does not work. Which is quite interesting, to be honest. This is very interesting. Why does it not crash? It does not work, but it does not crash, which is very, very strange. It's indeed very, very strange. So I need to figure this one out. But I guess it's commenting out these parts. Alright. It does not work already. Now maybe because the colors what is the settings on character? What does it do? Oh, Okay, so it actually, that's what, so this function is adding all the information to the character things, the character resources that we need. So what if we actually do this first and then just use the character resources oh, and here I forgot something very important. Yeah, I think that's why it's not working, because here I call the signal with only one. I forgot to add the other parameter here. So once I do this, what am I doing? That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. This colors, and that's what I want to remove. Okay, so this was the problem. Seems like when you call a signal with the improper amount of arguments, something fails, but you don't get an error. All right. So this thing, the colors, as we can get the character resource. Or rather just here. Character resource, we get a character resource and the color will be character res dot get something text color or something like that. So let's open the character resource. Which is going to be somewhere around here. Why does it get teen? It should be get team. Damn. Set color. That's calling the character set color, which is yeah, this is the name color, so we should change this to name color. The function name should be set name color because that's much more important, or that's much more, I guess, easy to follow what's going on here. So we can also store, we should store this color as a name color equals new color, and the name color should be color. Then we can get a get name color function which will just return name color. Will this work now? Yeah, it won't work because these are not ready yet, so the ready function has not yet been called. What we should have instead is another function and then customize character icons in but actually do we actually needed the roles here? Well, let me just delay all that. However, what is true that here this is character. It's not ID, it should be character, and well, the roles, we could just get the roles from there, but first of all, character roles screen. So what I want to do is, what if here what we actually do as a call deferred just call a function that is called set name deferred and these are just we just save character name equals character name and underscore font color equals font color, and then we just have string character name and then underscore font color a color, and here we just use underscore character name and underscore font color. We can do the same call deferred apply config deferred these are also going to the void, of course, and outfit paths is going to be a dictionary which is global. And then current colors yeah, let it be like this. And then once we've checked if it works, no, it does not work because set color in base resource character resource.gd. Non-existent function set, yeah, because it's going to be set text color. Thank you very much. What is it? Not text color, is it name color? Yes. Okay, so then not thank you. See, that's the problem. I just did it 5 minutes ago and I already forgot what I did. And boom! So now this works. This actually works. At least for one character. What if I have more than one characters? And maybe even 3 characters. Well, it did not work for everyone. So back to lobby, let's start the game. So I am CIA and I can see the properly what I should be seeing. Okay, this is counterintelligence and C is what it should see. Counterintelligence. Yeah, maybe I should just move one of these to another. And I can skip through very quickly. Yeah, it seems to be working. Things do seem to be working. Alright, so this is going to be the end of today's stream. I've done quite a lot. See a lot of changes, a lot of additional files. Change the name set color to that name color, which makes much more sense. We change the order of things here. All right. Well, it's very long. Let's just say characters appear on role and announce screen. And let me sign. And we are done. I will just need to push this to origin. I can't can't enter my password on a different screen if once it's appeared. So now if we go back to the GitHub pull requests, the development started on teams and roles assignment now contain all these. So I guess it's the end of this video, and thank you for coming, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.